To begin the regular practice of meditation, of looking into ourselves, let's arrange to spend this time on a regular basis in a place where we can comfortably still the body and at a time when we will not be interrupted. Allowing this to be a time in which we set aside the usual mode in which we operate, that of more or less constant doing, and switch to a mode of non-doing, a mode of simply being, of allowing ourselves to be, of becoming aware of our being. This, of course, will tend to slow time down and is best accomplished by making this time and coming to sit in an erect and dignified posture, either on a straight-back chair or on the floor on a cushion. And as we allow the body to become still, just bringing our attention to the fact that we're breathing. And becoming aware of the movement of the breath as it comes into your body and as it leaves your body. Not manipulating the breathing in any way or trying to change it. Simply being aware of it and of the feelings associated with breathing. And if you feel comfortable with it, observing your breathing deep down in your belly, feeling the abdominal wall as it expands gently on the in-breath, as it falls back towards your spine on the out-breath. And simply being totally here in each moment, with each breath. Not trying to do anything, not trying to get any place, simply being with your breathing. Just giving full care and your full attention to each in-breath and to each out-breath. As they follow one after the other in a never-ending cycle and flow. course, you will find that from time to time your mind will wander off into thoughts, fantasies, anticipations of the future, worrying, thoughts of the past, memories, whatever. But when you notice that your attention is no longer here, no longer really on your breathing, then without giving yourself a hard time, just intentionally escorting your focus, your attention back to the breathing and picking up wherever it happens to be, on an in-breath or on an out-breath, and just observing, moving up close to your breathing and keeping the attention here as if you were riding the waves of your breathing, fully conscious of the duration of the in-breath and the duration of the out-breath from moment to moment. that every time you find that your mind has wandered off the breath, to just be aware of it as soon as you can be. And gently bringing it back to your belly and back to the present, back to the moment-to-moment observing of the flow of your breathing. And in the practice of your meditation, using the awareness of your breathing and using your breath as an anchor to refocus your attention, to bring you back into the present whenever you notice that the mind is moving out of the present or becoming unbalanced or absorbed or preoccupied or reactive. The breath can function as an anchor to keep you in the present and to help you tune to this state of relaxed awareness and stillness, which is itself a profound state of balance. Now, as you observe your breathing, you may be finding that from time to time sensations from your body come into the field of your awareness. Some discomfort or agitation, which may be quite intense from time to time. And as you maintain the awareness of your breathing, see if it is possible now to just expand the field of your awareness around your breathing so that it includes a sense of your body as a whole as you sit here, and feeling your breath, if you will, from head to toe, as you become aware of all of the sensations in your body. The sensation in particular of touch, of contact with the chair or with the floor, contact made by the feet, by the buttocks and the legs. As you sit in a straight posture with the back erect and the head balanced and dignified, so that now we're allowing the observation to include not only the flow of breathing, but a sense of your body as a whole, with whatever feelings and sensations come up in any moment. And being here with whatever does come up without judging it, without reacting to it, just being fully here, fully aware, totally present with whatever your feelings are, and with your breath, and a sense of your body as a complete, dignified whole. And again, whenever you notice that your mind may have wandered off, just bringing it back to your breathing and to a sense of your body as you sit here. Not going anywhere, not doing anything, just simply being, simply sitting. From moment to moment, being fully present, fully with yourself. Of course, and it happens with all of us, there may be times when the sensations in one part of your body really become overwhelming and dominate the field of your awareness to the point where it becomes very difficult to stay focused and concentrated. And if this happens, you have two alternatives. One is to mindfully shift to a more comfortable position to relieve some of the intensity. And if you choose to move, to just be aware of the intention to do it before you actually move. But another way to work with this intensity is to try to simply stay here with it without moving and restricting the attention in these periods of intensity and just zeroing right in on that region of the body that's experiencing it. Putting the mind right there in the knee or in the small of your back or wherever it may be, and just going right into the sensation in each moment and breathing into it and breathing out with it and totally experiencing what your body is saying to you right now, right here, and responding to it by opening and softening, rather than tensing and bracing and resisting, so that even within the intensity you may find stillness and acceptance. And even if this is difficult, and simply being aware of your reactions, observing them as well as the sensations. And when the intensity subsides, just reestablishing your awareness at the level of your body as a whole and of the breath as it moves in and out of your body. Coming back to a sense of the fullness of each in-breath and the fullness of each out-breath. Now, as you sit here, if you feel comfortable with it, once again allowing the field of your awareness to expand. This time we'll let the focus move towards hearing, towards sounds that we may be aware of in the environment or perhaps from within your body. And just shifting the focus of one's attention from the breath and from a sense of your body as a whole. Now just moving it towards the ears and letting your consciousness be particularly the consciousness of hearing. Not going out searching for things to hear, but simply receptive to whatever it is that enters your consciousness as sound. Full awareness of hearing from one moment to the next as you sit here and as you breathe. And if you do hear something, not judging it or deciding whether you like it or dislike it, or whether it's noise or beautiful, but simply residing in the moment-to-moment being with hearing. Sitting in stillness, aware of sound, and aware of the space between sounds, aware of silence, moment by moment by moment. And again, if at any point you notice that your mind is distracted, just bringing it back either to your breathing to anchor you, or directly to your ears, to right now, and to whatever is here as you sit. Now as we sit here, once again allowing the field of your awareness to expand. We began with the breathing, and then we expanded the awareness to include the body as a whole and any particularly intense regions of sensation. And then we expanded to include sound as well, developing the capacity both to concentrate deeply on one particular object of attention and also to become flexible so that one can be mindful of various aspects of perception and of one's life experience. This time we will expand the awareness to include thinking, to include thoughts as they move through your mind, so that rather being distractions or breaks in your concentration, we will now focus and open to the observation of the thinking process itself. So letting your breathing and sense of the body and sounds and so forth all be in the background and allowing the thinking process itself to become center stage for the moment. And rather than following individual thoughts or getting involved in the content and going from one thought to the next, we'll simply be seeing each thought as it comes up in the mind as a thought, as an observable event, just as a sound would be an observable event, and letting the thoughts just come and go as you sit and dwell in stillness, witnessing them, observing them. The thoughts, of course, could be about anything: the future, the past, your body, thoughts about thoughts, thoughts about feelings, and whatever they are, thoughts about food, thoughts about sleep, thoughts about time, whatever they are, just observing them as events in the field of your consciousness as they come into your awareness, as they linger, and as they dissolve as they will. And just sitting with this awareness of thoughts coming and going. As you dwell in the present, observing them. If you find yourself at any point drawn into the stream of thinking, into the current of thoughts, and when you notice that you're no longer observing them or being with them, but you're off someplace else, just coming back to the observation of them as events, and using your breathing and the sense of your body to anchor you and stabilize you in the present. Now, of course, the thoughts can take any form, they can have any content, and they can be either neutral or very highly charged. And in particular, if thoughts come up that have fear in them, then just be aware of its being here. Just being aware of fear and letting these thoughts come and go. The same for worries, preoccupations of one kind or another, pressures in the mind, the thought of deadlines or obligations. And again, regardless of the charge that the thought has for you, just observing it as a discrete thought, and let it just be here, without pursuing it and without rejecting it. And noticing that, of course, from moment to moment, new thoughts will come and go. Now, for the remaining time, just letting go of all objects of attention. Your breathing, your body, hearing, observing thinking, and instead of focusing on any one, simply allowing yourself to just sit here and be. Fully aware in each moment and aware of whatever there is within this sphere of your being. If thoughts come, observing thoughts. If sounds, then sounds. If pain, then pain. And if it's the breath that is most predominant, then just being with your breathing from moment to moment. Just sitting in stillness, looking for nothing, being sensitive and present with it all, just as it is, just as it unfolds. If you will, experiencing the ground of being, experiencing the ground of awareness, out of which all perceptions arise, and just being right here with it, complete, as you are, human, whole. And as the tape finishes, recognizing that you have spent this time intentionally nourishing yourself by dwelling in this state of non-doing, in this state of being, intentionally making time for yourself to be who you are. And you might want to just congratulate yourself for taking the time and the energy to do this, and to allow yourself the occasion to do it on a regular basis, and to nourish yourself in a deep way, and to allow the benefits of this practice to expand into the active expression of your life in every domain as it continues to unfold.